Previously on Road to Loretta's.
My confidence is there. I know I can do it, but I know not to get overconfident because I know that anything can happen in the race.
Once you get that first one down and you kind of know where you are, it makes you feel good to know you accomplished that first one, and the second one should be a lot easier.
The bib, that's like the symbol of Loretta Lynn. It's really cool to be able to actually wear one of those for the first time.
There he is, folks, your winner. Hector Rodriguez pulls down a win in the 250B mod.
To win a title, that would mean a lot to me. None of the Venezuelans guy ever won Loretta, so I'll be the first one to do it, and that would just make me really proud.
Everybody who's done anything in Supercross, myself, Ricky Carmichael, Jerry McGrath, all these guys came up through Loretta's.
It's the biggest, the best, most pristine amateur national in the world.
If you want to get on the radar of amateur motocross, this is the place to be. This is the proving grounds, because if you win here, you beat everyone. And I think that's what makes this the crucible of amateur motocross. It does not get any more competitive than Loretta Lynn.
With each passing day at Loretta Lynn's, early week optimism gives way to the brutal reality of racing.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this year. I can't believe it's already here. Like, we've been training for this for so many months now, and you know, it's finally here, so just the nerves are really kicking in. My moto's in about an hour, so just getting pumped up for it.
Chasing consistency, Christina Older starts her week with a stroke of bad luck.
44 skate pick, way on that side. Should be fun. I'm not going to stress about it, just going to ride my own race, and hopefully we'll make the best of it.
Racing against the top women in the country, she started her week in mid-pack. As the leaders pulled away, the pressure mounted to move through the pack and stay in the championship hunt.
Christina Older up to the number 7 spot, trying to work her way forward right now. Again, you got to be able to salvage something in these first motos. If you can turn that 6th, 7th into a 3rd or 4th by the end of this race, you're still in contention for a championship.
I think I was riding over, like not riding over my head, but just trying too hard to make up time, and I ended up stalling it, made my way up to probably 7th or so, and then stalled it again, so I don't even know how I finished, but I just tried to push the whole way and make up as many positions as I could.
A 7th in Moto 1 meant that for Christina, a title might be out of reach in her final year as an amateur racer.
I've been waiting for this moment since I was a little kid, dreaming for this to come true. I never thought it would really happen, how hard it is coming from Venezuela.
It's the number 67 of Rodriguez, pulling a great start. Long way from the finish in this one, but had that moto win yesterday. Did it the same way, got the start, rode strong at the end. Did have to deal with some pressure, but was able to shrug that off. So if they put the pressure on, this guy now knows he can handle it.
While Anthony Rodriguez uses confidence and momentum to power his week, Van Martin works to pull it all together, find his focus, and perform under the extreme pressure.
Into the center portion of the racetrack, and Jacob Grove out front, but check this out. Number 21, Van Martin now. He comes around, he wants to make the pass right now. And Van Martin picking them off one at a time. Checkered flag is out, and the number 21 of Van Martin on the HHR machine taking the win. That Honda of Houston Racing.
I wanted to show everyone what I had, and that 6 isn't where I belong, and I should belong up front, so that's exactly what I did. Got off to a good start and got the medal win.
And for the first time, Zach Fulkerson began to understand what that pressure felt like.
When we pulled into Loretta's this year, it was different than any other year we pulled in, because we pulled in as spectators, and this year we pull in as racers.
Watching on the sidelines for years, Zach hopes for a special edge over his competitors.
I feel like I get a special chance to have been out here for 8 years, so I've grown up with the track, so I know how it gets, I know how rough it gets, I know what kind of ruts it gets, so I think I have a little bit of a home track advantage, so to speak.
Champions commit their training to second nature responses and razor-sharp mental focus. These subconscious skills can only be developed through experience.
I shouldn't have finished where I did. I didn't race like I know I can. I just stopped thinking, I couldn't ride. I was so nervous and so shaken up.
Climbing through the amateur ranks will bring constant peaks and valleys, faster bikes, and even stiffer competition.
This will be our first moto in and Schoolboy 2.
Still looking for that breakout moto for the number 26 Suzuki of Alexander Fry.
250F, his confidence with that is really shaping up. He likes that bike a lot better because he's able to really be smooth with the throttle, whereas on that 125 you really got to be wide open a lot.
Aiming for top 10s in Schoolboy 2, Alex worked to carry his momentum through the week.
Definitely proud of the top 10, my first 250F national, and I can only move forward from here, and I know where I'm at and where I need to improve on.
With the first round of motos in the books, riders regroup and relax as they move into the second wave of races in the 3-moto format.
Like in stock class, you got third, and then in mod class, we ended up drawing 41st gate pick out of the bucket. So that kind of set us back, but he didn't get his hopes down, and he tried, and his lap times were right there with the leaders. So if he can just ride like he did yesterday, look out.
I got a third in the first one on this, and a ninth another one. So this is the class I'm doing better in now, so definitely want to put it together in this one. I still definitely have a chance at the championship in this class, so I'm going to make sure to do my best out there.
I still feel 280B stock and mod are the deepest of the week. And just go through the names in this when you got Dakota, Alex, Cooper Webb, Miguel Rath, who won that first moto, Nick Gaines, Jay Sowen. That's a lot of strong riders.
As Dakota moves through the toughest amateur ranks in history, things won't get any easier.
Dakota got off to an okay start. I think he was 6th or 7th. Not as good as usual, but yeah, I don't know. There's something he didn't like out there. He was doing the old head shake and twitching, and I'm sure he's not feeling too good. I mean, go from 3rd to 5th and ride tight like that, there's no excuse for it. He's better than that mentally, I thought. And hopefully he'll pull it together.
There's a reason why Loretta Lynn lies at the center of the motocross universe. Constantly pushed to the limits of man and machine, Loretta's presents the make it or break it atmosphere that the factories use as a barometer for discovering future pro racers early on in their careers. With a mere 60 minutes of racing and 3 motos to prove what they've got, only the toughest ink their names in the history books forever. The top 42 racers in the country have worked hard to get here. Win or lose, their experiences they gain here will drive them towards success throughout their lives. But for this week, their lives revolve around one goal: winning.
Well, you know, there's a lot of people that they throw everything into this. You know, they live in a motorhome and they go from track to track, and that's good for now, I think. You know, but I'm not trying to judge them. I wouldn't dream of doing that. But that's just not what we do.
It's very tough to deal with because as a parent, you kind of know the whole spectrum of life, you know. And as a kid, you know, let's face it, inside this compound, every kid is living their dreams. But there's also a big world that's outside of this compound, which is life.
For a young racer, the spectrum of life centers around racing this single week at Loretta Lynn's.
That is a 3-horse shootout for the number 2 spot. It's Fry, Ford, and Tucker. Our players here in the Schoolboy 1, Jordan Smith, Ford, and Fry. Colton Ford 2nd, Alexander Fry 3rd. That's your podium. It's moto number 2 in the books.
Still really happy with the moto. I went out there and did everything that I wanted to do, and just getting ready for the next one.
As the motos push on, some of our athletes rise to the occasion and put in the rides they've dreamed of. Others are left looking back on where they went wrong.
Motivation. I never want to see the day where I have to say, do you want fries for that? I work so hard to get out here, and when I go out and I was doing 30-minute motos wearing a sweatshirt before I left here, and then I come out here for a race and I can barely get 15. It's disappointing. I thought I would have more endurance, and I thought I would do a lot better than I'm doing, because the first couple laps I was catching and passing everyone in front of me, and it was like towards the end they just get me back because I wouldn't have anything left.
On Saturday afternoon, the dust at Loretta Lynn's will settle, just as preparations begin for next year at the ranch. Next time on Road to Loretta's.
The big thing with Dakota right now is he's hit his head, and he's had some confusion. He's got some signs and symptoms of a concussion. Last night we did a few tests with him, and he didn't pass them. He's made the decision to ride for his team and for himself and for all the hard work that he's put into it. And we'll see how it goes. But we're concerned about him and we're worried, and he knows that if it's not right and things aren't okay, that he should pull off.